Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video I wanted to talk about why fighting games needs to have a ranking mode and why is it pretty much a necessary evil in my opinion. Previously on this channel I've talked about my dislike for the ranking system in Street Fighter V, and I said that I find the point system to be very harsh and that it causes many players to be anxious. They are afraid of playing rank, especially after they have just reached a milestone that they have been working towards, right? Now today I wanted to talk about the flip side of this coin. What happens if a fighting game doesn't have a ranking system? And this obviously comes to light because of one, Guilty Gear Strive. If you haven't played it, Guilty Gear Strive is a game that it's trying its best to make the player feel good about themselves and remove many of the traditionally frustrating elements of fighting games. This is portrayed through the game mechanics, with very high damage combos that are very easy to execute. The wall system is pretty much there to ensure that you don't fight for a long time from the corner. Now, in most fighting games, being in the corner can lead to a sense of helplessness, in my opinion. Like in Street Fighter V, you get throw looped, you get shimmied. In games like Tekken, you have no room to backdash or escape. You have to guess between mid and lows. Maybe you will get wall splat, eat a ton of damage. You get the idea. So the wall break is there to make sure that the wall gets broken and the neutral is reset, so you don't have to spend a significant period of time with your back to the wall. Now, the lack of a traditional ranking mode is another step in this direction to make sure that the players aren't getting frustrated. Strive have a tiered lobby or floor system. The main idea here is that the main lobby is segmented into a number of floors. The idea is that the more you win, you work your way up the ladder until you finally reach the Celestial or the VIP lounge. I think the concept is interesting, but it is heavily flawed for two main reasons. Now, the first reason is that the players from the lower floors, they can simply visit and play in the higher tiered floor. So even if your skill level is at floor 6, you can simply move up and play on floor 10. This means that you don't have to earn your way to the higher floors. I understand this was done probably for the ease of fighting games, but it means that working your way to floor 10 is pretty pointless in my opinion. Now you can do that for Celestial. So in actuality, making it to Celestial is the only achievement that you really have to earn. However, that is when the second issue rears its ugly head. In the lobbies, before you get into games, you are going to see who you're gonna be fighting and which characters they are using. And this means two things. You can pretty easily dodge certain players and or characters, or on the other hand, you can farm certain players and or characters, which pretty much in my opinion puts an ugly shade on the competitive integrity of making it to Celestial as a show of skill. The result of all of this is that there aren't any real tangible goals that you can work towards in Strive. I understand that in most of the traditional fighting game, ranking is a source of frustration, but it's also a source of pride. All over social media, on Twitter, Facebook, even on Discord, and even the comments on YouTube, I have seen so many players share their achievement. They are glad that they finally made it to gold. They finally made it to diamond, plat. They finally made it to Tekken gold. They finally got to the blue ranks, etc, etc, etc. You see that all the time. Now, most of the players in general are not gonna be competing in tournaments. So the ranking system is there to provide them with a sense of progression and a sense of accomplishment. It's true that ranking doesn't always equal skill, but it is usually an indication of skill. It's likely that you had to improve as a player to get from platinum to diamond, from diamond to master, and that badge, that master badge, is there to remind you of how far you have come. Currently, Guilty Gear Strive is nearing the end of its honeymoon phase, and I'm starting to see players already talk about them not feeling like they earn being on floor 10. They feel an emptiness cause they aren't working towards something. I said previously that most of the players are not gonna be competing in tournaments, but by the nature of fighting games, most of the players are competitive players. They want to achieve milestones that highlight their work. I think that is life in general. Having to work towards something and having to show up for it actually makes it worth it, even if there is adversary or even if it is difficult to achieve. And having that just being handed to everyone, pretty much you're getting celebrated just for competing, I think that put a huge damper for it. I hope that in the future the fighting game devs will work on their way to improve the ranking experience, keep the challenge, keep the satisfaction, but also try to remove some of the unnecessary frustrating element, but please don't completely take it away, because honestly we really need it. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your opinion on this matter. Do you enjoy rank? Do you find it stressful? Do you feel a sense of pride or accomplishment for making it to a certain threshold? Or are you completely indifferent to it? Please let me know in the comments below. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon page and the Discord server page in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.